Hello and welcome to our second training video. In this section we're going to give you a few tips on how you prepare for the event, and we're going to look at how you move from being trained to actually being at the event as a marshal. So what do you have to do to become a Circuit of Ireland Marshal? I suppose by participating in this training you're taking the first step, which is great. But we need you as early as possible to sign on our website or through Rally Stage Team so that we know that you want to be involved on the weekend. Let's take a quick look at that link to the website. When you've signed up, you'll be contacted by someone from the management team about your stage or stages that you'll be working on. With all the preliminary work completed, you'll be contacted by your stage commander. During that conversation, or in a follow-up conversation, the stage commander will tell you about where you will need to meet and what time you'll need to meet at on the day of the event. Further to those conversations by phone, that information will be backed up by email. And the same information will also be posted on the website. On arrival at your stage, the first thing you'll need to do is sign on. There's a couple of functions for signing on, a couple of reasons behind it. One is that by signing on, you are now an official of the event. You're therefore covered by event and MSA insurance. And the stage commander can use the sheet to count the numbers of people that have arrived. If people don't turn up, they can use it to reprioritise where they put people so that the event runs successfully. Therefore, always sign on before you do anything else. This is pretty much your first responsibility. And now that we've mentioned responsibilities again, well, there's a few more that we need to look at. I told you it wouldn't be the last you'd hear of them. Ensure you're fully briefed by your stage commander or their deputy prior to arriving at your allocated position. This will usually be at the start of the stage. So during that telephone call, ask what time the briefing's at and be there for it. Read the marshal's instructions that you have been given. Yep, it's absolutely vital that you read your instructions. Your instructions are the foundation of what you do at your position. Arrive at your position in good time and always wear your tabard. When we talk about tabard, I mean one of these, yeah, your high-vis vest. Wear that. It's your mark of authority. It's your uniform for the day. It must be worn at all times. Be aware of what is before and after your location, i.e., look around the preceding and following bends. So have a look at your information and get your bearings. It's important to understand exactly where you are. Understand what direction traffic will be coming from, understand what direction spectators will be coming from, and understand where best you'll want to guide the spectators to. Having this level of understanding will be very, very helpful if it happens to be an incident at your location. Okay, so that's those responsibilities nailed, but we've got a bit ahead of ourselves. I'd hoped to get to the preparation side of things much earlier. So let's rewind, let's have a look at how you prepare for the event. They say to fail to prepare, then you should be prepared to fail, which when you think about it, isn't a bad principle. Certainly applies to me as sweeper, or you as a marshal. So for the next few minutes, let's have a look at how you can prepare for the event. What you see in front of you on that table just about covers what you need to bring with you. At the start of the day, there should be breakfast organised for everyone. You will be fed at the start of the day, but it's up to yourself to keep yourself in tip-top condition throughout the rest of the day. So in here we've got a little tiny flask. I think probably we'd need something bigger than that to bring enough hot drinks to get you through the day. We've got a wee box of sandwiches here as well. Got the entire picky box here. not a bad idea. Sugary drink, if you like sugary drinks, and some water. Probably could double up on those as well. What else would we need in there? Some fibre to get you through the day. What do we see? There we go. There's some fibre. Looks complete now, doesn't it? I've got lots of layers in here. So, got the long johns. I've got 1, 2, 3 different weights of fleece. I've got a rally jacket, because you always need a rally jacket to go to a rally. Waterproof protection. I've also put an umbrella in. A pair of steel toe cap wellies, which I'm not allowed to set on the table. And a pair of good quality boots, good solid toe cap, ankle protection, everything we need. Got a pair of shoes with holes in them here, and you know what we're going to do with those? We're going to chuck those. That's them out of the way. Medicines. If you have any medications that you're on, bring them with you. And then moving on to our sunny stuff. A hat to keep your head out of the sun. Some sun cream. I find this stuff's good. Does all day. Okay, so equipment. So what have I got with us? Okay, so nice handy wee pair of pliers here. That open up into all sorts of things. Gives us a little cutter, and we've got all sorts of things. You ever need to fillet a fish when you're on stage? They're the job. Got a wee kneeling pad with us here too. It's very handy because kneeling down on wet ground is never comfortable. Staple gun. Staple gun's extremely handy when it comes to putting those signs back up again. Same with the hammer. Anybody knocks out a post, and it goes again. I like to bring these jobs. They're very good. Wee rubber glove. Keeps your hands clean no matter what you're doing. What else have I got in here? Wee notebook. I like to bring a notebook because we'll probably talk about later on an incident. It's very important to take notes on occasions when things happen. If you're covering a start line, some ear protection, some eye protection won't be out of the way. We've also a very important need to keep communication going when we're on the stage. So hopefully if you've got network, you need to have a mobile phone with you, which you should share the number with your stage commander at the start of the event. And one of these power bar things, very, very handy to keep your battery up all day. Cable ties. I like to carry cable ties everywhere I go, and some tape. It can look a bit silly going into the cinema, and I've been thrown out a few restaurants before for having them, but they certainly, and don't take them on a flight, not in your hand luggage anyway, but they're certainly very handy around a stage. So I'd suggest that you take some of those with you. If the stage commander has set up a radio network that covers your stage, just for your stage, he may have given you a radio. Don't forget to bring it with you to the stage or to your place, and always have it to hand. It and your phone, no matter what happens, always have those to hand. Whistle. Hopefully a whistle will be provided, but a whistle is necessary to warn people of oncoming vehicles. So have one of those. I'll probably bring a spare in case the pea sticks in the one we give you. Some bin bags. They'll be very useful come the end of the day, whenever we're clearing up the tape and stuff, because, well, we'll talk about that later as well, but the last thing we want to do is leave rubbish around the sides of the road. Some toilet paper or kitchen roll for the niceties of the day, and of course that tabard that we talked about. If you've got it, bring it with you, or else the stage commander will provide you with one. And we've got a wee torch in here as well, which might be handy. Don't be like me, make sure you've got one with batteries in it. We also talked about having foreign people visiting our stages. Last year we had issues with people from Europe who claimed they couldn't speak English and the likes. So what I've done here is I've made up a nice wee card here. It's got English, French, Italian, Spanish, German and Polish. The first one says, I need you to follow me, you can't stand there. In all those languages, obviously. The second one says, you need to move. The other spectators will be very unhappy if this rally. Let's see my third one. The other thing you can do, if you've got internet access, is you can use your mobile phone and you can go into Google Translate, type in the words you want to say, and then hit the wee speaker sign, and it will speak them. It's very, very clever. Okay, what else do we think we need? I think that's pretty much covered in regards to equipment. So here we are at our stage, bright sunny day. Sun cream's been put on, sunny's on, light t-shirt. What do I need? I need my tabard. The MSA did say we should wear this at all times. It is our badge of authority, and it really is. The reason for wearing the tabard is multiple. It gives you some authority when it comes to talking to people. They know that you've been through training, that you've been picked, and that you're there to control the event. It also is very useful for competitors, because they may be driving down the stage and got completely lost in their pace notes. And they know when they see this vest that there's a marshal there, and if there's a marshal there, there's going to be a junction. And if there's a junction, there's going to be a post with a number on it. And once they find that number, they can go back to their pace notes and re-find their place. But anyway, here we are. So I've got my gear on, ready to go. I've checked the weather forecast. It said the pink t-shirt was fine. And needed my hat, needed my sunnies, needed my factor 25 on. And then what happens? It starts to cloud over. Starts to get colder. Next thing it's starting to rain. A couple of minutes till the cars are coming. Need to get rid of my sunnies. Need to get a warmer hat on. I think I've time to do it. Let's give it a go. And that's me, all sorted, all ready to go. Where's my phone? There's my phone. Where's my whistle? There's my whistle. Okay, so both to hand, no matter what we put on, as long as we've got our whistle and our phone with us. And by the way, the phone's not for taking photographs. So yes, we discussed earlier about the tabard being your mark of authority, but it's also a mark of protection too. That's why it's high visibility. So if you find yourself having to cross the road in an emergency, at least the driver will see you, and that could save your life. What? Okay, before I overheat, let's have a quick recap of what we've covered. We started out with the website, getting onto the website and registering, very, very important. We talked about the process for doing that. We talked about meeting your stage commander, working out how many days you're doing, where you're going to be. We talked about getting there early, so that everything falls into place and you're well prepared. We moved back to preparation. We talked about food, my crisps. We talked about what to wear on a sunny day, what to bring with you in case the Northern Ireland weather breaks on you. We covered what equipment to bring as well, and we talked about communication, the importance of having your phone or the radio and whistle to hand all the time. Remember, you're the eyes and ears of the clerk of the course. So communication is vital. We also talked about dealing with foreign visitors and how to communicate with them. You may work something else out yourself. That was just my idea, but maybe worth giving it a go. We talked about the importance of the tabard, keeping it on all the time. It's your mark of authority, and we've seen what happened to the nice young girl in the video. She took hers off. So that's us finished with this video. Our next video is going to look at setup, which will all be done in-house. So what do you think? Is the sun coming out? Can I get rid of this stuff and go back to the shades? Yeah, I think today's looking good. Let's give it a go.